In 1945, among the Jews who were left alive, there came a visionary man who turned his wrath into a plan. Abba Kovner was his name. As a partisan, he earned his fame. He once was a Vilna rebel Jew, a poet warrior through and through. He met some surviving ghetto fighters. Zionists and socialists conspired. They gathered in a Lublin flat, and around the kitchen table sat. They gave themselves a Hebrew name, and with this word they did proclaim that vengeance is what God would will were there a God. And so they'd kill
6 million Germans.
You might say it was insane.
6 million Germans.
That it was misdirected pain.
6 million Germans.
They didn't want the war to end.
6 million Germans.
They wanted one thing, Nakam, revenge. For every Jew the Nazis gassed, for every racist law they passed, for every wrong that wasn't right, for all the dead Nakam would fight. They formed a band of 40 strong to straighten out what had been wronged. They chose to poison water mains, just as the Jews of old were blamed. Nuremberg and Hamburg town, their agents worked the underground. They took up jobs by the riverside and waited for the poison to arrive. Kovner went to Tel Aviv to see what help he could receive. But the Haganah did not agree to join in his conspiracy.
6 million Germans.
You might say it wasn't right
6 million Germans.
that an eye for an eye leaves all without sight.
6 million Germans.
They didn't want to make amends.
6 million Germans.
They wanted one thing, Nakam, revenge. So Abba Kovner headed back with vials of poison in his sack upon a British naval ship. But to his plans the Brits were tipped. They took him into custody, and the poison fell into the sea. And Kovner spent a year in jail, and so Plan A did not prevail. The rest of the group was all dispersed, and all their backup plans were cursed. But an agent in a bakery, he got some poison from Paris, and as soon as the poisoned bread had risen, took it to an Allied prison. And various reports have said there were hundreds of SS prisoners dead.
6 million Germans.
You might say that it was wrong,
6 million Germans.
but were their actions weak or strong?
6 million Germans.
And who are we to judge and condemn?
6 million Germans.
Well, they wanted one thing, Nakam, revenge. So Nakam was all disbanded. On Palestina's shores they landed, and Abba Kovner and his crew became like many other Jews. They put aside their rage and hate, and they worked to build a Jewish state with Jewish towns and Jewish farms and Jewish guns and nuclear arms. Now, can vengeance put upon the shelf be taken out later on someone else? Well, careful how you read this tale, lest your own prejudice prevail. For look around the world today and consider the role that vengeance plays. For history has its unpaid debts, and is it better if we forget?
6 million Germans.
You might say it was absurd,
6 million Germans.
but what becomes of a dream deferred?
6 million Germans.
And how could they just start again?
6 million Germans.
wanted one thing.
The calm revenge!
Got this song been swimming through my head for a while now. All 'cause you jamming up my thoughts, it can't go down. Every moment when you're near feels like a river, waiting in the rocks, water rushing past us. If it gets hot, got no need to shiver. Just take me to your spot down by the river. Down by the riverside. 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 Got the song, finally singing it out loud. Been so long since I've seen you around. Every moment with you felt like a river, holding each word dear. Water won't distract us. If it gets lost, got no need to fear you. Just take me to your spot down by the river. Down by the riverside. 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 Got the song been swimming through my head for a while now. All 'cause you jamming up my thoughts, it can't go down. Every moment when you're near feels like a river, waiting in the
this fever dream you spin round, you're staring back right now. In this chain of fortune, you get a premonition that you follow an alien inside. In the solar ocean, you realize the reason that you're going blinded. Getting dizzy now. 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 In this chain of fortune, you get a premonition that you follow an alien sign. In the solar ocean, you realize the reason that you're going blinded. In this chain of fortune, you get a premonition that you follow an alien sign. In the solar ocean, you realize the reason that you're going blinded.
Wake up, kids, with these neo-libs ain't nothing really changing but the date. To them, your meds and foods and shelter's something the rich people debate. And it is till you agitate. I maybe got a few ideas up in my head, some for the living and some for those who might yet get dead. I woke up this morning, lucky to have a bed. The plague gets me thinking about lives the rich have led. About ordinary people doing hard work in the muck for the benefit of owners who make sure we all get fucked. I'm sick of paying taxes that they dodge by writing bills. I'm sick of paying parasites for water, food, and pills. This base accumulation isn't any kind of life. I'm thinking what gets through to them is this here fork and knife. Eat the rich, soon that's all to be good for. Eat the rich, take a bite of Bezos, come back for more. Eat the rich, what starving person could condemn you? Eat the rich, when Charles Coke is on the menu. So I called up a doctor and I told them what I'd done. They tried to sell me reasons that weren't capitalism. The work was getting deadly, but they said we had to grin. They said pop these pills, repeat this mantra, go to work to win. I'm sick of never knowing if I can survive out there. I'm sick of never knowing when you're paid to really care. This planet that they're burning, when we go extinct it's fine. They're happy in their towers watching death goes great with wine. Eat the rich, that's all the Waltons are good for. Eat the rich, cut a slice of Sackler, come back for more. Eat the rich, some vodka sauce and Putin bod. Eat the rich, for a main course how about House Assad? Now think of all the good things that money just can't buy. And think of all the good things that money sets on fire. I believe in spreading wealth around by almost any means. And these days rich folk just keep building their own guillotines. Eat the rich. Is there anything else Zuckerberg's for? Eat the rich. Elon's too salty, boil him more. Eat the rich. Serve Bloomberg with barbecue. Eat the rich. Make Schultz and Buffett into stew. Eat the rich. Some Larry Ellison flambe. Eat the rich. The Murdochs and Smiths in saute. Eat the rich. Yeah, you might think I'm sounding crazy. Eat the rich, but it's probably about a revolution, baby.
Baby, thinking about you gets me so damn crazy. My feet can touch the ground, I am so dizzy. My head can't hear no sound, no thoughts are with me. So baby, when you come around, I feel like lately all I see is you and me, just set it free. Like all my stress, relax and just let it breathe. But you don't and you won't, 'cause you can't see. We could be so good together if you only remember that you don't need to suffer all alone. We're on the same road. You're always hesitant to come my way, but when you stay, you know how well we play. It's like honey. Sticky sweet golden sheen kisses make me wanna pray. The tick tick tock's the only thing to get you off me. We could be so good together if you'd only remember that you don't need to suffer all alone. We're on the same road. I never thought I'd see the day that would let love wash all over me. Never thought I could be swayed. Never felt like this. We could be so good together if you'd only remember that you don't need to suffer all alone. We're on the same road. We could be so good together if you'd only remember that you don't need to suffer
Words get trapped in my mind. Sorry, I don't take the time to feel the way I do. 'Cause the first day you came into my life, time ticks around you. Time ticks around you. Now I need your voice. I need the key to unlock all the love that's trapped in me. 'cause all I want you to understand is when I take your hand, it's 'cause I want to. We are all born in a world of doubt, but there's no doubt. I figured out. I love you. And I feel lonely for all the losers who will never take the time to say what's really on their minds. Instead, they just hide away. Hide away, 'cause and yet they'll never have someone like you to grab their hand and help them along the way. So tell me when it's time to say I love you. So tell me when it's time to say I love you. If you don't like who's in there, vote 'em out. That's what our electoralism's about. Where the owning class all host the first one to the post, proclaiming you voted 'em in here, vote 'em out. Vote 'em out, vote 'em out, vote 'em out, vote 'em out. And when the new ones lick the same post, you can scream and you can shout, but see, you just voted 'em in, and then they often go again, singing vote for the status quo to vote it out. Vote it out. If it's a bunch of clowns you voted in, they want you waiting and voting again. Not building, making noise, or even mentioning ranked choice. Just keep saying vote 'em out is how clowns win. So vote 'em out, vote 'em out, vote 'em out, vote 'em out. The rules some slaving rich fucks wrote for voting's what it's all about. But voting out the fascism ain't what this machine does to 'em. Some evils you can't simply vote 'em out, vote 'em out. There's power you can build beyond the vote. There's boxes beyond ballots that don't need a tender note. So don't get so hot to wave a gun, it takes a village to use one. It's consequence and care, not vote by rote. Vote 'em out, vote 'em out, vote 'em out, vote 'em out. With every kind of voting that don't give capital clout. If revolution comes correct, let's make democracy direct, where what each needs they can get, and what each will they can sweat. And as for money classes, stay, just vote 'em out.
Nagyon sokat itték, úgyhogy ezt hallod, nagyon szerencsés vagy.
szétszedem magam. Lassan szétszedem magam. Nekem elvesztek az álmaim, jövőt építek a semmiből. Letépték a szárnyaim, de nem fordulok vissza ennyitől. Fejedben megtalálsz, tovább lépsz, hogyha készen állsz. Mindennek célja van, lassan szétszedem magam. Lassan szétszedem magam.
All right. I'd say we're about ready to start. Let's adjust you very, very slightly. There we go. All right. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Uno momento, por favor. Ah, wrong button. What is... Oh, damn it. Is the keyboard not going to behave all of a sudden? Please behave. Please behave. Please behave. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Oh, oopsie, whoopsie. No dono bar today. Broke the raid, but... Hello, Scuffed Raid! Welcome, Raiders! Those who don't know, I'm Jake, or MitNerd36, call me whatever you like. Yes, I'm wearing pants as per Twitch policy, and here we play music and chill. And no, a Scuffed Raid is just as good as a raid. I'm a channel that doesn't even have subscriptions, so a Scuffed Raid is all the same to me. Thank you so much, Ashley. Let's get a shout out for Fem Critique in the chat, absolutely. And any other streamers in the chat who'd like to shout yourselves out, please do so. And we'll be playing some music. And the first bit of music today is going to be one that I was recommended by $27, aka David. This is by Jerry Rafferty. It's a very pretty song. It's called Whatever's Written in Your Heart. And I think we can think of that in the spirit of the raid. I don't care if it abides by the successful mechanics of a Bezos infrastructure, because the raid was written in your heart. Night and day, and day. Hey, night and day, and day. Waking up here on a rainy day, I swore last time that I would stay away. I came down here to talk to you. I swore this time I might get through. I heard them speak, but all the words were dead. We talked all night and left it all unsaid. So we agreed to disagree. At least we got our memory. Whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. You find a way to see it all someday. Whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. Well, fun thing about the 13K, the reason it's 13K is that's roughly the amount of my student loans. You got your secrets, yeah, and I got mine. We've played this game now for a long, long time. So you don't lean on anyone. Hey, Della, you never had no place to run. Lovely to see you, Della. Hope you're doing well. Never wanted me to get too close. With love and hurt the ones we need the most. I tried to find my way to you, but one thing I could say to you, whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. You find a way to say it all someday. Good morning. Whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. Night and day, and day. Maybe I've always set my sights too high. You take the easy way and still get by. I know there ain't no special way, but we all get there anyway. I heard them speak, but all the words were dead. We talked all night and left it all unsaid. So we agreed to disagree. At least we got our memory. Whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. You find a way to say it all someday. Whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. Night and day, and day. Whatever's written in your heart, whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. Whatever's written in your heart, whatever's written in your heart, that's all that matters. Hey, night and day, and day. I like that song. Hang on, I'm gonna lift my curtain so I can kill the room lights, because I want to get some natural sunlight today, since there's so much of it this morning and this afternoon. There we go. That's a little better. Stay? Okay, good enough. There we go. Oh, actually, hang on. That makes me think of something. One sec. Gotta adjust one thing. Alright, that should do it. More than that's the chill, and I might be able to actually. Oh yeah. Oh, the first few songs are totally that chill, Mudgy. So definitely hang around. I think it'll help you pass. It'll help you conk right out. One sec. Where did we just end up? Blah 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 blah. All right, should be working now. Yes, it is. Okay. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hey Wolfgang, oh welcome. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A fellowship of humans. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Now you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine wet-ass pussy. No, it's okay, Mr. Shapiro, don't cry. I'm not sure who lied to you and told you horny only means dry. Imagine all the people unashamed of wet-ass pussy. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world can share wet-ass pussy as one. It happens. through the window at the world outside and wondering, will Mother Earth survive? Hoping humankind will stop abusing her sometime. Well, after all, there's only just the few of us, and here we are still fighting for our lives, watching all of history repeat itself time after time. I'm just a dreamer, I dream my life away. I'm just a dreamer who dreams of better days. I watch the sun go down like any one of us, hoping that the dawn will bring a sign, a better place for those who will come after us this time. I'm just a dreamer, I dream my life away. I'm just a dreamer who dreams of better days. And your higher power may be God or Jesus Christ or whatever, it doesn't really matter much to me, 'cause without each other's help there'll be no hope for us. I'm living in a dream of fantasy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. If only we could all just find serenity. It would be nice if we could live as one. So when will all this anger, hate, and bigotry be gone? I'm just a dreamer, I dream my life away. I'm just a dreamer who dreams of better days. I'm just a creamer who's searching for the way. I'm just a dreamer who dreams of better days. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Welcome back, Della. Arriving just as we're moving from one variant of chill to the other within this song. A sight for sore eyes to the blind would be awful majestic. It would be the most beautiful thing that they ever had seen. It would cause such surprise, it would make all of their minds electric. How could anyone tell them that some things are not what they seem? In such disbelief, I thought I was asleep when I'd met you. My heart liquefied and I cried, oh, this must be a dream. If I forget to set the alarm and sleep on through the dawn, don't remind me. I'd rather be dreaming of someone than living searching the lines for a point, well, you probably missed it. There was never anything there in the first place. Oh, dang, I'm sorry to hear that, Mudgy. I hope things improve. Sending our love. Oh, and this next song was requested by the good Morty. This isn't exactly a get well soon song, but oh, it is one I still need the lyrics for. Hang on, let's see. There we go. Sure, people got no reason. Sure, people got no reason. Sure, people got no reason to live. They got their little hands, they got their little eyes. They like to walk around telling great big lies. They got their little noses and tiny little teeth. They wear the platform shoes on their nasty little feet. Well, I don't want no short people. I don't want no short people. I don't want no short people around here. Short people are just the same as you and I. Maybe not a fool such as I, but all of us are family until the day we die. And it's a wonderful world. Short people got nobody. Short people got nobody. Short people got nobody. don't want no short people. I don't want no short people. I don't want no short people round here. Randy Newman. But how short is short? I know, right? This time his dehydration rooted, tried a new med, basically OD'd on serotonin. Oof. Ooh, dang. Well, I'm glad we're glad you're better than that now, Mushy. Hope things continue to trend better. All right. But how short is short? Short, but how short are the short people? How short is short people? Tell us, Randy, how short we gotta be to get your love. All right. Ooh, here's another. We have another comedic one coming now, just to warn y'all. How did the deed go down? Yes, how did it come to be? And why should this great bounty fall to a regular Joe like me? We talked about my broken heart. I cried like some pathetic slob. Well, it was low and it was nasty, but it sure as hell did the job. 'Cause I slept with someone who slept with Lila Lovett. Oh, hell yes, I slept with someone who slept with Lila Lovett. Yeah, ooh, I can't believe how much my life has improved. Now I'm sleeping with a rock star. Well, a rock star once removed. Hey, 'cause I slept with someone who slept with Lila Lovett. I love it that my lover slept with Lila. There we were, just a chatting about our exes. Now I'm in bed with someone who bed the coolest guy in Texas. Baby, Lila and me could be buddies someday, and then you can send some more sloppy seconds my way. Hey, 'cause I slept with someone who slept with Lila Lovett. And if I had a boss, I'd say take this job and shove it. Yeah, ooh, I was kinda nervous 'cause it's been a while. Oh, but if you flip them over, I bet you'd see a smile. 'Cause I slept with someone who slept with Lila Lovett, who slept with Julia Rogers, who made a film with Campbell Scott, who made a film with Kira Sedgwick, who slept with Kevin Bacon. Got it. I slept with someone who slept with Lila Lovett. I love it that my lover is a gal all guys would covet. Yes, I love it that my lover slept with Lila. Yeehaw! There we go. And to continue in that vein. Oh, that's awesome, Alice. Yeah, hey, Alice, feel free to shout yourself out. Or if anyone else would like to shout, Agent Witchery out. Content warning, this song is about people violating other people's personal space. I know that you don't know me very well. We've barely met, but I can surely tell no one will ever love you like I do. I like to feel the warm spot on your chair. Sometimes I drool, and usually I stare, my precious one. I save that that you threw in the garbage. You're the one I dream about. So the only question with me now is, do I creep you out? 'Cause every time I shake a hand now, I wanna put the fingers in my mouth. So do I creep you out? Call every night and hang up. Gonna write your name in my leg, in my leg. Something I should ask about. May I sniff the pit stains in your blouse? And do I creep you? Do I creep you out? Knows exactly where. Oh, they follow them from work back to the house. Do I creep you out? Well, the police are involved now, and they got the grin of all they found. But do I creep you out, or do I creep you out? Isn't it though, Della? It's horrific. I don't know. I think I still kind of prefer it to the Taylor Hicks one, Do I Make You Proud? It didn't before this, but now. All right. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. They call me Dr. Worm. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Worm. I'm interested in things. I'm not a real doctor, but I am a real worm. I am an actual worm. I live like a worm, and I like to play the drums. I think I'm getting good, but I can handle criticism. I'll show you what I know, and you can tell me if you think I'm getting better on the drums. I leave the front unlocked 'cause I can't hear the doorbell. When I get into it, I can't tell if you are watching me twirling the stick. So when I give the signal, my friend Rabbi Vol will play the solo. Go, Vol! Well, someday somebody else besides me will call me by my stage name. They will call me Dr. Worm. Morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Worm. I'm interested in things. I'm not a real doctor, but I am a real worm. I am an actual worm. I live like a worm, and I like to play the drums. I think I'm getting good, but I can handle criticism. I'll show you what I know, and you can tell me if you think I'm getting better on the drums. I'm not a real doctor, but they call me Dr. There we are. Let's see. get some water. It's important to hydrate. Dr. Dewormer. I've seen you before. Couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Skin makes me cry. I want you to notice when I'm not around. Wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. Wanna have control. Want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. Wanna float like a feather in a beautiful world. Wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out the door. Running out. She's running out. Oh, run, 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 whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Oh, it's pretty good. All right. Let's continue on the slightly down vibes.
Why do we build the wall, my children, my children? Why do we build the wall?
Why do we build the wall? We build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
And how does the wall keep us free, my children, my children? How does the wall keep us free?
How does the wall keep us free? The wall keeps out the enemies, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
And who do we call the enemy, my children, my children? Who do we call the enemy?
Who do we call the enemy? The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy. And we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
Because we have and they have not, my children, my children. Because they want what we have got.
Because we have and they have not, because they want what we have got. The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy. And we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
And what do we have that they have not, my children, my children? What do we have that they should want?
What do we have that they should want? We have a wall to work upon. We have work and they have none. And our work is never done, my children, my children. And the war is never won. The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy. And we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free. We build the wall to keep us free. Hey, John, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, and thank you. Alright, that's our key. There are so many things that I don't understand. There's a world within me that I cannot explain. Many rooms to explore, but the doors look the same. I am lost, I can't even remember my name. I've been for some time looking for someone I need to know now. Please tell me who I am. In for some time looking for someone I need to know now. Please tell me who I am. There are so many things that I don't understand. There's a world within me that I cannot explain. Many rooms to explore, but the doors look the same. Where are the locks to try the key? I am lost, I can't even remember my name. And I wonder why. I've been for some time looking for someone I need to know now. Please tell me who I am. Been for some time looking for someone I need to know now. Please tell me who I am. I've been for some time looking for someone I need to know now. Please tell me who I am. Been for some time looking for someone I need to know now. Please tell me who I am. I should take that up a step, or a half step. Alright. Banjolele time. Because of course it is. I mean, it's always Banjolele time. But now Banjolele time will also coincide with stream time. There we go. Hey you, out there on your own, getting lonely, getting old, can you hear me? Hey you, standing in the aisles with itchy feet and aching smiles, can you hear me? Hey you, don't help them to bury the lie. Don't give in without a fight. Hey you, out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, would you touch me? Hey you, if your ear against the wall, waiting for someone to call out, would you touch me? Hey you, would you help me to carry the stone? Open your heart, I'm coming home. But it was only fantasy. fantasy. The wall was too high, as you can see, and no matter how he tried, he could not break free. And the worms ate into his brains. Hey you, out there on the road, always doing what you're told, can you help me? Hey you, out there beyond the wall, breaking bottles in the hall, can you help me? Hey you, don't tell me there's no hope at all. Together we stand, divided we fall, we fall, we fall. Part of the reason I like this studio setup, even though I'll probably replace it with a winter one pretty soon, but the reason I like this image is it actually is from a place I'm close to. Growing up, that I lived near, and it's a part of the Indokina Ranges where there's this nice little water body in between two mountains, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I guess this song relates, because it's about home at least. 'Cause I'm sitting at the railway station, got a ticket to my destination. On a tour, one night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day's an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. And each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every strangest place I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll play these songs again, I'll play the game and pretend. But each one comes back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness in harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Silently for me, silently for me, silently for me. Oh, I just realized I'm not even properly watching the, One sec. I'm not even watching the request widget. So if there are any song requests y'all have, definitely drop them in the chat or drop them in the widget. Looks like... Oh, there is one, and I did miss it. Sorry about that. Let's play that, shall we? Who asked for that one? Let's see. Tiniest Boop. All right. Some Elliot Keenan music, shall we? Well, Tiniest Boop, if you're still watching, this one's for you. When I was just a little thing, I used to love parades with cotton candy, red balloons, and maybe lemonade. When I came home one May Day, when I came home one May Day, my neighbor's father said,
"Them marchers is all commies. Tell me, kid, are you a red?"
Well, I didn't know just what that meant. My hair back then was brown, and our house was plain red brick, just like most others in the town. I went and asked my mama why our neighbor'd call me Red. Well, she took me on her knee, and this is what she said. Well, you ain't done nothing if you ain't been called a Red. If you've marched or agitated, well, you're bound to hear it said. So you might as well ignore it or love the word instead, 'cause you ain't been doing nothing if you ain't been called a Red. When I was growing up, I had some troubles, I suppose, when someone took exception to my sexuality or clothes, or tried to cheat me on a job or hit me on the head. But when I organized to fight back, well, the stinkers called me Red. 'Cause you ain't done nothing if you ain't been called a Red. If you've marched or agitated, well, you're bound to hear it said. So you might as well ignore it or love the word instead, 'cause you ain't been doing nothing if you ain't been called a Red. Well, I kept on agitating, because what else can you do? You can't just let the goddamn fascists all walk all over you. My friend said, "You'll get fired hanging with that commie mob." Oh, but I said, "Ain't you heard of COVID, buddies? I don't have a job." And you ain't done nothing if you ain't been called a Red. If you've marched or agitated, well, you're bound to hear it said. So you might as well ignore it or love the word instead, 'cause you ain't been doing nothing if you ain't been called a Red. When I was living on my own apartment, what I had a lousy, rotten landlord. Clearstone management is bad. But when they tried to throw me out, I just rubbed my hands and said, "Ooh, you haven't seen a struggle if you haven't fought a Red." And you ain't done nothing if you ain't been called a Red. If you've marched or agitated, well, you're bound to hear it said. So you might as well ignore it or love the word instead. So you ain't been doing nothing if you ain't been called a Red. Well, now I've been agitating for several years or more, you know, for jobs, for equality, and always against war. I'll keep on agitating, and as far as I can see, if that's what being Red is, well, Red's good enough for me. And you ain't done nothing, but you ain't been called a Red. If you've marched or agitated, well, you're bound to hear it said. So you might as well ignore it or love the word instead, 'cause you ain't been doing nothing if you ain't been called a Red. You ain't done nothing if you ain't been called a Red. If you've marched or agitated, well, you're bound to hear it said. So you might as well ignore it or love the word instead, 'cause you ain't been doing nothing if you ain't been called a Red. Heading down south to the land of the pines, slip my way up to North Carolina. Oh wait, hang on, I had a way I want to do this. Heading down south to the land of the pines, I'm thumbing my way through North Appalachia. I'm staring at the road, I pray to God I see headlights. I've been headed down the coast for 17 hours, and I'm picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping by Raleigh I could see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, daddy, any way you feel. Hey, come on and rock me. to be the fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I play the banjo lately. Them North Country winters been getting me down. I lost my money playing poker, so I had to leave town. And I ain't turning back to live that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Heading down south out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker at a Philly, had a nice long toke. But he's heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on to chasing the sun. I hear my baby calling mighty man. I know that they're the only one. And if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, daddy, any way you feel. Hey, come on and rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, daddy, like a heights I lost it and I said, hey, come on and rock me. Said I remember when we used to sit in the government yards of Trenchtown. Friends, do you remember the ways we used to sing? The songs we shared as the sun goes down. Songs of good friends we've had, good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, and I say to all of you along the way, everything's gonna be alright, alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. So rock me, mommy, like a wagon reel, and rock me, daddy, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, daddy, like a heights till I sit and I said, hey, come on and rock me. I don't know what the hell that turned into, but I enjoyed it. Alright. This next one is definitely a fireplace song, but not one of the happy dancy ones. One of those. Alright, let me get some water and we will play that next. It sounds like my sound triggers aren't working for some reason. That's a little annoying. Yeah. Oh well. Alright. What we got next? He was one of those dogged old men who live in the past, telling stories you don't want to... Sorry, that's the wrong key. He was one of those... Which key am I doing this song in? I always forget, don't I? He was one... He was one of those dogged old men who live in the past, telling stories you don't want to know about how it was then. The hunger, the hardship, the hopes and the struggles of so long ago. So we must have looked bored, for like sparks from the cinders, his eyes glowed with anger, his words seemed to burn. He said, I will be heard, for my life is not over. I've something to say, yet you've something to learn. He said, you who have nothing at all to believe in, to you whose motto is money comes first, who are you to tell us that our lives have been wasted, that all that we've fought for has turned into dust? I was only a lad when I read that in Russia the workers, the Soviets, had taken all power, and the man they called Lenin, who led them, was our inspiration. His triumph was our finest hour, and I'll always remember how fear shook the wealthy like thieves who had just been caught out in their crime. For we who had known only war and the workhouse rejoiced that a new world was born in that time. You can't know what it meant, or the pride that we felt to know that working people, just people like us, could shake off the shackles and topple the palaces, remake the world without ruler or boss. Is this kept? Oh, sorry, wrong one. There are boss. Who's this kept us going, that dream of a new world, through all our dark years of defeat and despair? Hello, Lynn. When we, who were proud to proclaim ourselves communists, fought for that freedom from hunger and fear, it was down with the means test, no cuts in our wages. We want £3 a week and a 7-hour day, and there wasn't a thing that we got unless we fought for it. Look, don't you know that bosses give nothing away? And the strikes and the marches and the battles to beat all the bailiffs and coppers when hope was still young. Hot heads and hot hearts as we tested our power, the workers triumphant, well, that was our song. For a time he was silent and lost in his memories, and then, but more softly, his words came again. Perhaps we hoped for too much, perhaps the cost was too much. There are things I know now that I couldn't know then. We believed revolution was just round the corner, and we were the vanguard to bring it about. And the other left parties we classed as class traitors, bourgeois social fascists, of that we'd no doubt. And then the times changed, we campaigned for the Popular Front. The old line might never have been, but we led the workers in combating fascism, Mosley in London and Franco in Spain. We believed we were history's chosen, and Soviet Russia was our future, our heart and our soul. And the 5-year plan was a vision of plenty for those who'd spent half of their lives on the dole. We knew of the trials and the purges, of course, and we were shocked when we heard those old comrades confess. But yes, we defended the first workers' state in the face of the slander and lies of the press. And you, who have nothing at all to believe in, to you, whose motto is money comes first, who are you to tell us that our lives have been wasted, that all that we fought for has turned into dust? You may think we were duped. Well, we paid for our dreams. Broken lives, broken marriages, jobs lost and jail. Some lost heart in the left, some betrayed us for medals. There are always those turncoats whose souls are for sale, but the rest of us never surrendered our vision. We kept the faith through the bleakest defeat. Do you think that was easy? Surrounded by hatred, by the sneer of indifference and the sting of deceit. But our lives were made rich by that cause that we fought for, the friendship, the fellowship, sharing one pain to transform society and exploitation, and that day will come yet, but not in my time. Again he was silent, and what could we tell him? That the world was now different, or that he'd had his day, that some old man's dreams were not our concern, but still there was something he wanted to say. Now when I look back, I see what we fought against: homelessness, hunger, injustice, and war. But what did we fight for? What dream did we strive for? I used to know once, now I'm no longer sure. But you, who have nothing at all to believe in, to you, whose motto is money comes first, who are you to tell us that our lives have been wasted, that all that we fought for has turned into dust? He was one of those lonely old men who live in the past, telling stories you don't want to know about how it was then, the hunger, the hardship, the hopes and the struggles of so long ago. Thank you. Those are keeping me warm, those hearts. Alright, let's see. What do I want next? No, not that one. What am I doing? Which one did I want? Yeah, this one will do. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Join the marching jobless corps. No work in the factory. There's no more manufacturing. Look, all the tools are broken, busted. Every wheel and window rusted. Through the city streets we go. Idle as a CEO. Idle as a CEO. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Join the marching jobless corps. Worked and paid our union dues. What did years of that produce? But houses, cars, and other shit, all for the rich's benefit. What did workers get for pay? Got hungry, broke, and thrown away. Hungry, broke, and thrown away. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Join the marching jobless corps. We don't have to pay no rent. Sleeping in a camping tent. Dumpster diving, don't take money. Every bite we share with 20. Let the yuppies have their wine. Bread and water suit us fine. Bread and water suit us fine. Oh, I gotta itch my nose. One moment. There isn't a way to itch my nose while I keep the beat going, but Yiddish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Arbeitslose sind in mir, nicht gehört Kedushim lang, in Fabrik den Hammerklamm, snegen Gelium, den vergessen, semt der Javer see schon fressen, gehen mir arum in Gas, wie ich wir Post und Pass, wie ich wir Post und Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, Arbeitslose sind in mir, jon lange Arbeit schwer, uns geschafft als mehr und mehr, Eiser, Schlesser, Städt und Länder, Fahrer, Eifele, Verschwender, Ungerleuder, Farisvos, Hungerneut und arbeitslos, Hungerneut und arbeitslos. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, pick yourselves up off the floor, unemployment marches on, so we'll sing a marching song, for a land of hope and justice, where no cop or boss can bust us. There'll be hope for every hand, in a new and better land, in a new and better land. 1, 2, 3, 4, Otta Zoya marschen mir, Arbeitslose Trick noch Trick, und wir singen sich ein Lied, für ein Land der Welt an Naja, wo es leben Menschen frei, arbeitslos in keinem Land, in dem neuen freien 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 Land. Danke. And let's continue with a little more Daniel Kahn, shall we? Well, the world has never been so very small. They say there's not enough to feed us all. They say you better take a nickel while you can, but it needn't come from someone else's hand. You just take a little extra every day. 'Cause an honest work deserves its honest pay, and you could tell the world you did it by yourself. Oh, but there's someone you must thank for all their help. 'Cause you gotta give the butcher his share. You'd like to make believe he isn't there, and sure you'd like to make believe you just receive what's only fair, that no one has to suffer to keep you in your chair. So you gotta give the butcher his share. Look, let's take a walk around the old bazaar, where every little thing has traveled far, where every pair of pants and grain of rice contains a horror story in its price. A story of the powers people wield, a story about factories and fields, of which you'll never have to be aware, just as long as the butcher gets his share. You gotta give the butcher his share, no matter what you buy or what you wear, 'cause no one ever said the distribution would be fair. There's blood and guts encoded in the value of the ware, so you gotta give the butcher his share. Oh, look now, here's another soldier on the train, and you hope you won't be seeing them again. And then you tell yourself, my God, they look so young. Then you find that you are staring at the gun, and you wonder what that soldier does for fun. Then you wonder about the things they might have done. Well, they were doing them for people just like you, so you better give that butcher his due. You gotta give the butcher his due, 'cause you're lucky that it's him instead of you, who does the dirty things you hope you'll never have to do, and has to keep his filthy little fingers out of view. Oh, you gotta give the butcher his due. Well, you can build yourself a garden, you can cover it in green, but my dear, I beg your pardon, just tell me, how do you keep those little fingers clean? 'Cause see, you don't have to rally around a flag, you may as well salute a dirty rag. Look, this isn't a defense of evil deeds. No, please, it's just a little song about our needs. You know, our need to feel enlightened and secure, and civilized and rational and pure, to feel we are decent, good, and nice, just as long as the butcher gets his price. You gotta give the butcher his price, no matter what you think of human rights. And yes, you gotta give the butcher his lot, for being all the things you think you're not. You gotta give the butcher his share, no matter how you say you really care, 'cause he's the one who did the stealing and then named you as the heir, whose filthiness provided you the privileges you bear. You gotta give the butcher his share. La da 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 ya ya da 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 ya da 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 ya ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya ya da 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 ya da 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 ya ya da 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 ya da 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 ya ya da da ya da 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 ya da 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 ya ya da da da. Good times, good times. Well, if people would like me to keep going, just drop some requests and or donos. And, oh, thank you. Thank you kindly. Sorry about the delay on those commands. I'm still trying to get the delay fixed on my stream, but haven't been able to yet. But yeah, if you'd like me to keep playing, just indicate as much through either requests or money. Oh, yay! Someone I know just got their apartment. They got approved for the apartment they applied for. Woo, 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 woo! I got a new friend in the neighborhood. It's a neighborly day in the beauty hood today. Yes. Learned something in school today. Apparently you can be excommunicated. Oh, God, the Liz Cheney shit. Right? Jeez. All right, let me see. 1 second. Nope, nothing. Ah. Attempting to get a 12 gig XCOM 2 mod stacked. We will pray for you, John. We will pray for you. Actually, I know one I kind of want to play right now, to be honest. Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as souls. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing, driving me insane. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Hey, Rock-a-san, I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. How you been? I've listened to preachers, I've listened to fools. I watch all the dropouts who make their own rules. Person conditioned to rule and control. The media sells it, and you live the role. Mental wounds still screaming, who and what's to blame? I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. You got to listen to the words, That is my thing, innit? Heirs of a Cold War, that's what we become. Inheriting troubles, well, I'm mentally numb. Crazy, I just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just isn't fair. Mental wounds still screaming, life's a bit of shame. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. That's right, I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Happy, happy times. Ooh, I see a request. I like that one too, Tiniest Spoop. Now, you see, there's a problem with country music, and it was summarized in this song by one Bo Burnham. Now, as he puts it, you know, it's not that country music generally is bad. I mean, oh, have a good one, Della. See you around. Some of the greatest storytellers in the world are, you know, country musicians. And then you got folks like, you know, you got Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, old school country, which is really good shit, you know? But nowadays, the problem we're conceiving of is with modern country, like the Keith Urban brand of what's like stadium country, you know, where instead of working class people telling their stories, as Bo puts it, you got a bunch of millionaire metrosexuals who've never done a hard day's work in their lives, but they found the right words they can list off that'll attract real working class people to their songs, and they just sort of list the words and phrases off, and you know the words, you know the phrases, like these. They go: dirt road, cold beer, blue jeans, red pickup, rural noun, simple adjective. Yeah, you know that kind of shit. No shoes, no shirt, no Jews. Whoops, you didn't hear that. Kind of a mental typo. The Vatican Church and the Vatican of... I walk and talk like a field hand, but the boots I'm wearing cost $3,000. I write songs about riding tractors from the safety of my private jet. I could sing in Mandarin, you'd still know I'm pandering. Yeah, hunting deer, chasing trout, a big fat Bud Light with the logo facing out. Hear that subtle mandolin, yeah, that's textbook pandering. I own a private ranch that I rarely use. I don't like dirt. One verse, one chorus in the bag. Now you see it's time for me to talk to the ladies, because we're assuming heteronormativity because it sells, as well as cisnormativity. And I'm also just kind of hoping that the smooth talk will offset all these rapey vibes I'm putting out. A good girl with a straw hat and her arms out in a cornfield. Nope, that's a scarecrow. Thought it was a human woman. Sorry. Cold night, cold beer, cold jeans. Strike that last one. I'm wanting you. I hope you're feeling me. Subtextually, we go to bed and you doze off. So I take your country girl clothes off. Put my hands in your body. Oh, it feels like, hey, it's that fucking scarecrow again. Like Max Evanderin, yeah, fuck your ears, I'm pandering. Cause I write songs for the suckers who do jobs in the towns I would never move to. Legalize gerrymandering, yeah, tolerate my pandering. I got a beautiful mouth, got a beautiful... Yeah, y'all dumb motherfuckers want a key change? Thematically meandering, emphatically pandering. Yeah, I got a tight grip on my demo's balls. I just say the word truck and they jizz in their overalls. You don't know what land I'm in, yeah. I'm in the land of pandering. And I'll be up front, I can do what I want, cause I'm a total fucking country boy. How drunk do you have to be to want to fuck a scarecrow? I don't know, the same amount of drunk you'd have to be be Keith Urban, I guess. Country, oh god, it fucking did. Fuck Daryl Worley. I mostly blame Daryl Worley. Because there was the Angry American song, but that song was so deliberately like a fuck you niche of the nationalists that I see Daryl Worley as the fucker who like legitimized it to the studios. That makes me want to play my Daryl Worley parody. What? Yeah, that's it. Folks drinking heavy down at Scully's bar. Johnny Ray has given in. He's breaking 2 years sober after right to work past no union work since then. Door swings in, comes that rich fuck Worley. He goes to Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray spills his guts like a real man. And here's what Worley say. He says it sounds like life to me, as if his friend's troubles don't got a real cause. He just puts it down to effort and good character, as if he ain't know the laws. Johnny Ray pushes back, but he's too proud to ask Worley for some pay. So Worley tries to make him drink more, and I can't take more. Stand up and say, you sound real white to me, like some fantasy, where you're so set up you think like works individually. Your friend shows you it's tough, and you said suck it up, as if you could say what counts as somebody's tragedy. Sound real white to me. Daryl, you helped pave a road with your kisser, got us hard for bombs and drones. You sang, we'll get who's behind Bin Laden, so we blow up families' homes. You own the kinds of places cutting working pay to your friend here, Johnny Ray. You with your stolen land, stolen pay, saying sounds like life when suffering's to sale. Sound real white to me. You think it's destiny that your world rewards a war pusher who sells certainty. You say hold on tight to folks getting killed by the ride, calling your friends suffering unpredictability. Sound real white. Your friend shows you stuff, and you said suck it up, so you it up, as if that's life, just work to death, no guarantees. Sound real white to me. Man, I butchered the end, but it was good otherwise. How rural is Springfield, Vermont? Springfield, Vermont is less rural than the rest of Vermont, but because it's in Vermont, it's fairly rural. But no, so Springfield, Vermont is not the most rural place. Springfield also has like Vermont. The Vermont Yankee Power Plant was near there, so it was a major population and employment center for a long time. I say was, but is. They haven't finished dismantling it. Aaron Lewis? What? Oh. I wonder if I've heard his stuff. I don't know. I don't know. There's going to be a bottleneck in that election. I'm not optimistic about where Vermont is going politically in the future, because we've already got a very reactionary base getting very activated in Vermont lately, which Vermont is so white that the reactionary base is a very large percentage of the population. But also, I think that's going to get worse because as, you know, working class people have to flee climate collapse, they are going to places like Vermont. Like that, we've had a huge influx of people just from Missouri and Mississippi in the last decade. So I don't know. I think Vermont's going to go very reactionary in the next decade. I mean, I think the country's going to go fascist in the next decade because the Democrats are losing on purpose at this point, but that's a whole different thing. Oh God, his country music. All right, I'll have to check that out. Thanks. I'm guessing his guitar strap stands for his initials and not for the AFL-CIO. Oh God, I've heard this song. I've heard it. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. I remember it specifically from a piece that was like explaining the mechanics of Christian propaganda, and they used that song as an example. Or maybe not Christian propaganda, but like nationalist propaganda. No, Am I the Only One? The one you just sent me. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed days, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Some people say a man is made out of mud, but a poor man's made out of muscle and blood and skin and bones, and a mind that's weak and a heart that's strong. You load 16 tons and what do you get? You get another day older and deeper in debt. Saying, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the company store. I don't actually know the lyrics to this one, that's the problem. Some people say a boss just knows that I hate I say a boss puts you there as bait, and if boss sees your ass and he tries to grab, well then HR won't do shit and he'll say it on Gab. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day of sexual harassment. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the company store. Some people say wealth is made from work. We know it's really made from ownership by some rich jerk. The wealth is inherited and kept up top. You don't climb that ladder, you die in the shop. You load 16 tons and what do you get? You get another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the company store. People say that wealth, it will trickle down. Well, they're laughing at you while they're drinking up down. It don't trickle, it pools, and it just goes to the kids. And then the planet burns slowly while the rest work for bits. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the company store. Some people say the office is the modern job. You don't get stuck working for some four-man slob. But the management class that oversees your shit, they'll fire you for nothing and then blame you for it. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Get another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the company store. I load 16 packages, what do you get? You get a bottle to piss in and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the Amazon store. You pledge 15 bits, and what do you get? You get another bit of engagement and deeper in debt. Oh no, Bezos, don't you partner me, 'cause I won't go. I won't give you shit, you wealthy asshole. But I'm 16 tons and what do you get? Get another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the company store. They say pull yourself up by the bootstrap. Well, they kick you harder and farther into the crap. They pretend that at the bottom there is room to climb, but it's not like folks on the bottom are on their mind. You load 16 tons and what do you get? You get another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. No, I owe my soul to the company store. Oh, thank you. All right. So, unless there's another request floating that I missed, we're going to jump to Pandarin. Or not to Pandarin, excuse me, to What Did We Learn in School Today? So anyone who's never been here for this part of the stream, you tell me things you learned in school in your childhood, probably in a U.S. public school or another colonizer public school of some variant, and that you had to unlearn later in life. And, well, here, I'll give you some samples, and I think you'll see what we're going for. Oops, that's not in. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that Washington never told a lie. I learned that soldiers seldom die. I learned that everybody's free. That's what the teacher said to me, and that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned the policemen are my friends. I learned that justice never ends. I learned that murderers pay for their crimes, even if we make a mistake sometimes. And that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned how the founding of Canada went. It happened with Indigenous folks' consent, and Canada's the place that's nice to me, and they totally didn't have slavery, and that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that war is not so bad. I learned about the great ones we have had. We fought in Germany and in France, and someday I might get my chance, and that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that this continent was empty until the colonizers founded it for me, and that it didn't have people here. Well, if they did, they didn't do much with it anyway, right? That's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that Lincoln freed the slaves. The Confederates totally dug their own graves. They didn't hold on to power at all. Reconstruction, what's that? That's not on the wall. And that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned our government must be strong. It's always right, it's never wrong. Our leaders are the finest men. That's why we elect them again and 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 again. And that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned about MLK and Malcolm X, then at MLK was totally the best, and Malcolm got what he asked for, cause he totally just wanted all-out war, and that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that things are a binary and gender especially, and if I think otherwise I'm probably sick, and that's why the teacher took out his dick. And that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned you can earn yourself lots of wealth, that we don't have any deficit of health, that we have total meritocracy. That's why the wealth will trickle down to me, and that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned opportunity can come from anywhere, and that I can be a billionaire. I can be president too if I should want, and that everyone can get this. That's right, God. And that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned the cops, they do okay. It's mostly the protesters' fault anyway. So when they fire guns at that kid's head, well, that kid probably asked for it. That's why he's dead. And that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that communism is totally bad. It's a thing the evil foreigners had. I don't know what the word actually means, but communism is a thing run by demons, and that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that oil is a thing we need, and that saying otherwise might be greed, that green energy cannot save us, and that's why the oil company's who we should trust, and that's what I learned in school today, that's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned in 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and then in 1493 if he did anything else, well, they didn't tell me, and that's what I learned in school today, that's what I learned in school. What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that Washington never told a lie. I learned that soldiers seldom die. I learned that everybody's free, and we shouldn't talk about white supremacy. And that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school. Ah, good times. All right. Thank you, Boop. All right, where should we raid, everybody? What are you thinking? If anyone knows of any mutual aid, fundraisers, charity streams, etc. going on right now, definitely let me know, and I'll raid that. Otherwise, I might do a raid seeking attention, so... Could raid James. I could raid the Serfs. You know what? Let's be utterly shameless. I'm gonna raid the. I know they're not fully beloved and for very solid reasons, but I'm just going to be utterly shameless in trying to engage and grow my channel, and we're going to raid the Serfs today because I don't know of any fundraisers going on. You know. All right. Oh, no worries. Thank you all for joining me. I had a great time with y'all. Okay, so anyone who's never been in my channel for a raid, what we do is I play Solidarity Forever. I try to get all the way through it before the raid timer runs out, and when you raid in, you shout Solidarity Forever in all caps and blast emotes, and then you refresh, and if you can, you throw them a follow or whatever. All right, here we go. Ready? You too, Boop. When the Union's inspiration through the workers' blood to run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun, yet perforce on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one, for the Union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the Union makes us strong. Is there aught to build in common with a greedy parasite who would lessen and serve who would crush with their might? Is there anything to us but to organize a fight, for the Union makes us strong? Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the Union makes us strong. It is we who plow the prairies, but the cities where they trade, not the mines, but the workshops. Shall we honor not the slave? Now we stand cast and starving meals. The wonders we have made, but the Union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the Union makes us strong. They've taken unto millions that they never told to earn without a bread and muscle, not a single will can turn, ring, break the heart, power, and freedom when we learn that the Union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the Union makes us strong. All the world is owned by idle drones, it's not us alone, we've laid the baffage to build scouts, so much stone is ours, not to slave, but to care for his own, for the Union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the Union makes us strong. In our hands is us a power greater than the hoard of gold, greater than the might of armies, magnified 1,000-fold, we can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the Union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, where the Union makes us strong. Have a good one, everyone.